I'm Melinda, and welcome to Book Your Bucket List. I'm standing in one of the most romantic and extraordinary cities on earth, Venice, Italy. As a travel agent, I get to explore incredible destinations like this, gaining firsthand knowledge that helps my clients create unforgettable experiences. And honestly, there's no better way to build expertise than walking these ancient streets myself. Venice isn't just a city, it's a masterpiece built on water, where every corner reveals centuries of art, architecture, and culture. Whether you're dreaming of a luxury escape or planning a budget-friendly adventure, Venice has something magical. I mean, something truly special for everyone. Today, I'll show you the top 10 attractions, share insider tips, talk about the food, and help you understand why Venice absolutely deserves a spot on your bucket list. And who knows, maybe you'll discover that turning your passion for travel into a career is exactly what you've been looking for. Let's start with attraction number 10, the Rialto Bridge. This iconic white stone bridge has spanned the Grand Canal since 1591, connecting the districts of San Marco and San Polo. As the oldest bridge crossing the Grand Canal, it's not only an architectural marvel, but also a bustling center where you can shop for Venetian glass, jewelry, and local crafts. Number 9 is the Doge's Palace, or Palazzo Ducale. This stunning Gothic masterpiece served as the residence of the Doge of Venice and the seat of Venetian government for centuries. Inside, you'll discover opulent chambers, priceless artwork, and, if you're feeling adventurous, you can even cross the famous Bridge of Sighs to see the historic prisons. At number 8, we have the Gallerie dell'Accademia. This world-renowned museum houses the finest collection of Venetian art from the 14th to the 18th centuries, including masterpieces by Titian, Tintoretto, and Veronese. For art lovers, this is an absolute must-visit. And as a travel agent, knowing these cultural gems helps me craft experiences that truly resonate with my clients' interests. Number 7 is Teatro La Fenice, one of the most famous opera houses in the world. After devastating fires in 1836 and 1996, La Fenice, which means the phoenix, rose from the ashes each time, just like its namesake. Whether you attend a performance or take a guided tour, the opulent interior with its gold leaf, red velvet, and stunning chandeliers will leave you breathless. And at number 6, the Basilica di Santa Maria della Salute. This magnificent Baroque church sits at the entrance to the Grand Canal and was built in the 1600s as thanksgiving for deliverance from the plague. Its iconic white dome is one of Venice's most photographed landmarks, and inside you'll find works by Titian and Tintoretto that showcase the deep Christian faith and artistic brilliance of Venice's golden age. Now, let's talk about food. Venetian cuisine is absolutely incredible, combining fresh seafood with unique flavors. One dish you must try is sarde and saor, sweet and sour sardines marinated with onions, pine nuts, and raisins. It's a traditional recipe that dates back to when Venetian sailors needed preserved food for long voyages. Another local favorite is risi e bisi, a creamy rice and peas dish that's somewhere between a risotto and a soup. It was traditionally served to the Doge on the Feast of St. Mark, and trust me, it's comfort food at its finest. And you absolutely cannot leave Venice without trying authentic tiramisu. While its exact origins are debated, many believe this coffee-flavored dessert was created in the Veneto region. The layers of espresso-soaked ladyfingers and mascarpone cream are simply heavenly. So when should you visit Venice? The absolute best months are April, May, June, September, and October. During these times, you'll enjoy mild temperatures, fewer crowds than summer, and you'll avoid the acqua alta, the high water flooding that can occur in late fall and winter. July and August bring the most tourists and the highest prices, though the summer energy is undeniable. If you're on a budget, consider visiting in early November or late March when prices drop significantly. Just pack an umbrella and be prepared for some rain. As a travel agent, I've learned that timing can make or break a trip, which is why I always guide my clients toward these shoulder seasons. You get better value, better weather, and a more authentic experience without the summer crowds. Continuing with number 5. The Bridge of Sighs, or Ponte dei Sospiri. This enclosed limestone bridge connects the Doge's palace to the historic prisons, and legend says it got its name from the sighs of prisoners catching their last glimpse of beautiful Venice through the windows before imprisonment. Today, there's a romantic legend that if couples kiss under the bridge while riding a gondola at sunset, eternal love is guaranteed. At number 4 is the Grand Canal itself. Venice's main waterway that snakes through the heart of the city in a reverse S shape. Lined with magnificent palazzos dating from the 13th to the 18th centuries, this aquatic boulevard is best experienced by Vaporetto, the public water bus, or if you're feeling luxurious, a private gondola ride. As someone who helps clients plan both budget-friendly and luxury trips, I can tell you the Grand Canal is spectacular however you experience it. Number 3 takes us to Murano Island, famous worldwide for its exquisite glassmaking tradition that dates back to 1291. Watching master craftsmen transform molten glass into stunning sculptures, chandeliers, and jewelry is absolutely mesmerizing. You can visit working foundries for free demonstrations, and if you're shopping, just make sure to buy from reputable shops to ensure you're getting authentic Murano glass and not cheap imitations. And number 2, St. Mark's Campanile. This nearly 100-meter tall bell tower offers the best panoramic views of Venice, the lagoon, and on clear days, even the distant Alps. The original tower collapsed in 1902, but it was faithfully rebuilt brick by brick to match the 16th century design. Take the elevator to the top and prepare to see Venice from a perspective that'll take your breath away. And here we are at the number 1 attraction in Venice, the breathtaking Basilica di San Marco. This stunning cathedral is one of the finest examples of Byzantine architecture in the world, with its 5 domes, golden mosaics, and marble facades that literally shimmer in the sunlight. Built in the 11th century to house the remains of St. Mark the Evangelist, this sacred space has been the heart of Venetian religious and civic life for nearly 1,000 years. Inside, you'll find over 8,000 square meters of golden mosaics depicting scenes from the Bible, including the life of Christ and the apostles. The Pala di Oro altarpiece is adorned with thousands of gems and pearls, and standing beneath those glittering domes is a truly spiritual experience. Now, here's an insider tip. Entrance to the Basilica is free, but there can be long lines. Book a skip-the-line tour in advance, or visit early in the morning when it opens. If you want the full experience, you can pay a small fee to visit the museum, see the famous bronze horses up close, and access the terrace for stunning views over the piazza. Now, since many of you book cruises through your travel agents, and I certainly help my clients with this, Venice is one of the Mediterranean's most popular cruise ports. If you're docking here for the day, you're in luck, because most of Venice's top attractions are within walking distance or a short Vaporetto ride from the terminal. For a shore excursion, I'd recommend focusing on St. Mark's Square and St. Mark's Basilica first, then walking to the Rialto Bridge. If you have time, take a gondola ride through the smaller canals. It's quintessentially Venetian and perfect for those limited hours in port. Some cruise lines offer half-day tours to Murano Island for glassmaking demonstrations, which is excellent if you've already visited Venice's main sites on a previous cruise. The key is planning ahead. Venice can be overwhelming with its maze of streets and canals, so having a strategy, or better yet, working with a knowledgeable travel agent who's been there, makes all the difference in maximizing your port time. Let's talk about cost of living, because I know some of you dream of more than just visiting, maybe even living in Venice someday. Compared to Chicago and Atlanta, Venice is significantly more expensive. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Venice's historic center runs about $1,800 to $2,500 per month, while a similar apartment in Chicago averages around $1,600 to $2,000, and in Atlanta, roughly $1,400 to $1,800. Real estate prices? Venice can cost between $500,000 to over $1 million for a modest apartment in the historic center. Chicago and Atlanta offer much more affordable options at $250,000 to $400,000 for comparable properties. Groceries and dining out are also pricier in Venice. Expect to pay about 20 to 30% more than U.S. cities. However, if you move slightly outside the historic center to the mainland areas like Mestre, costs drop considerably while you're still just a short train ride from the heart of Venice. Is Venice a good place to retire? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Venice offers incredible beauty, rich culture, world-class art, and music, plus excellent Italian healthcare. However, the high cost of living, crowds of tourists, and challenges of daily life on a car-free island city can be difficult for retirees. Italy offers an elective residency visa for retirees who can prove sufficient income, around $33,000 annually for an individual. You'll need private health insurance and a place to live, but it's definitely achievable for those who dream of la dolce vita. As for citizenship, Italy allows citizenship after 10 years of legal residency for non-EU citizens, or after 3 years if you're married to an Italian citizen. You'll need to prove Italian language proficiency and integration into Italian society. It's not a quick process, but for those who fall in love with Venice and Italy, it's absolutely possible. What about temperatures throughout the year? Spring, March through May, averages between 50 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. It's mild and perfect for walking tours. Summer, June through August, gets warm, with temperatures ranging from 70 to 85 degrees. It can feel humid near the water, but evenings cool down beautifully. Autumn, September through November, ranges from 55 to 70 degrees in early fall, dropping to 40 to 55 by late November. This is my favorite time to visit. Winter, December through February, is cool and damp, averaging 35 to 50 degrees. You might encounter acqua alta flooding, but winter Venice has a mysterious romantic charm all its own. One fascinating aspect of Venetian culture is the evening tradition called Giro d'Ombra, which means tour of shadows. Locals gather at Baccari, traditional wine bars, for cicchetti, which are small snacks or tapas paired with an ombra, a small glass of wine. It's Venice's version of happy hour, and it's the perfect way to experience authentic Venetian life away from the tourist crowds. Venetians are incredibly proud of their unique city and heritage. With only about 50,000 residents remaining in the historic center, down from 175,000 in the 1950s, there's a strong sense of preserving traditions and protecting Venice's character against mass tourism. Before you go, here are some essential tips every traveler should know. First, Venice has no cars. You'll walk everywhere or take water transportation. Wear comfortable shoes. You'll be crossing hundreds of bridges and navigating uneven cobblestones. Second, avoid tourist trap restaurants near major attractions. Walk 10 minutes away from St. Mark's Square and you'll find authentic trattorias with better food at half the price. Third, buy a Vaporetto pass if you're staying multiple days. Single rides are expensive, but multi-day passes offer unlimited travel and are well worth it. Drinking from public water fountains is perfectly safe. Venice has some of the cleanest tap water in Italy. And finally, be respectful. Don't swim in the canals, don't sit on church steps eating lunch, and dress modestly when visiting religious sites. The locals will appreciate it, and you'll have a much more authentic experience. Oh, and one more thing. The official language is Italian, though English is widely spoken in tourist areas. Learning a few basic Italian phrases like grazie, thank you, and per favore, please, goes a long way. As I mentioned, the primary language in Venice is Italian. While many people in the tourism industry speak English, having a translation app or basic Italian phrases will enhance your experience, especially if you venture into local neighborhoods or markets. The Venetian dialect is quite distinct from standard Italian, so don't be surprised if you hear unique expressions and pronunciations from the locals. Now let's talk about experiencing Venice on different budgets. For luxury travelers, stay at iconic hotels like the Gritty Palace or Cipriani, where rooms start at $800 per night. Book private gondola rides, dine at Michelin-starred restaurants, and enjoy exclusive after-hours tours of St. Mark's Basilica. A luxury week in Venice can easily run $5,000 to $10,000 per person. But here's the beautiful thing about Venice. Budget travelers can have an equally incredible experience. Stay in family-run guest houses or apartments in neighborhoods like Cannaregio or Dorsoduro for $80 to $150 per night. Eat at local baccari instead of tourist restaurants. Ride the Vaporetto instead of private water taxis. And visit free attractions like churches, markets, and simply wandering the enchanting streets. Want luxury on a budget? Here's my secret. Visit during shoulder season when hotels drop prices by 30 to 50%. Book a splurge dinner at one nice restaurant but eat local for other meals. Take the Traghetto, the standing-only gondola ferry, for just €2 instead of a $100 gondola ride. You'll get the authentic experience at a fraction of the cost. This is where having a skilled travel agent really pays off. Literally, we know the tricks, the timing, and the hidden gems that give you more for your money. Excuse me, I'm Melinda and I'm filming a travel series. Would you mind sharing what the best part of your Venice visit has been?
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, it's been getting lost in the small alleyways and discovering hidden canals and tiny squares. Everyone talks about St. Mark's Square, and it's stunning. But wandering without a map and finding little cafes and artisan shops, that's where the real Venice comes alive. We stumbled upon this tiny bridge yesterday at sunset, and it was just perfect. No crowds, just us and the sound of water lapping against the stones.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, and enjoy the rest of your time in Venice. You know, that's what I love about what I do. Every traveler discovers something unique, something personal in the places they visit. And as a travel agent, I get to be part of creating those moments, those memories that people carry with them forever. Venice truly is a bucket list destination for good reason. It's a city unlike anywhere else on Earth, a place where art, history, culture, and sheer beauty come together in the most extraordinary way. But here's what I want you to remember. The world is always changing. Entry requirements, travel restrictions, and regulations can shift. So always check current requirements before you book your trip. If you love to travel, if you love helping others create memories and experiences, then maybe you should consider becoming a travel agent too. Imagine exploring destinations like Venice, gaining invaluable knowledge, while building a business helping families, couples, and individuals create their own bucket list adventures. It's about turning your passion for travel into income, and there's truly nothing more rewarding. If that sounds like something you'd love to explore, reach out and let's talk. I'd be happy to share more about this incredible career path. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and remember, your bucket list is waiting.